Hello, I'm Wendell Burnette, principal with Wendell Burnette Architects, and here we are at the Hidden Valley Desert House. We were commissioned to do this house for a couple, Kim and Keith Meredith, that they were downsizing. They're empty nesters. Their daughters had left home recently, so this was moving from a 5,000 square foot house to something much smaller. We're here on the site, and as we always do, we're trying to look at, we're going to talk about program, we're going to try to understand the site. In their case, the program, the first 30 minutes with this client was, we weren't talking about them, we were talking about their pets, their two Rhodesian Ridgebacks, their birds, their koi, their cat. Kind of the reading of the site was we had a south-facing slope. We had a very specific aspect on the east side here, which is unusual. It's a kind of pinkish flow of shale, and there we find a cholla field. And so there was a kind of a sweet spot on this site that was that geology and the cholla field, and also a view to Continental Mountain, which lit up at reverse sunset. We had this concept that was we thought was a very powerful idea. Originally, we thought we would build the plinth, cast in place concrete, and there would be a portion of the plinth that you park under and that you live in. At the west end, there's two guest bedrooms that double as a study and a workout library that are steel frame, concrete topping on steel, so it's a kind of hybrid structure. But the cast in place concrete walls we thought would meet the budget, but when we got to the final bidding, did not meet the budget. And we were forced to consider an alternative method. We had this idea, could we do a stepped masonry form that would be finished in a kind of errata-like plaster finish? And so we would have a cast-in-place concrete floor, slab on grade, which is Ridgeback brown, which we knew that was the right color with the Rhodesian Ridgebacks, and then concrete topping on metal deck, but then the walls would be this plaster. So something that as architects we're taught it wouldn't be as pure to not do the cast in place concrete, but in this case it's actually more pure to the original idea, which is a monolithic plinth. But the monolithic quality of the plinth is achieved with a hybrid approach, multiple materials. So the idea was to have a plinth, one plinth for living. They would live on this plinth. It would be an extension of that shale. There was always an idea of indoor-outdoor living and an idea of how are you kind of environmentally responsible, maybe not like capturing this site, but not with glass all the way around. So there's a kind of dispersed core a central core that is dispersed, and we create these kind of pinwheeling spaces that frame different aspects of the landscape, both indoor rooms and outdoor rooms. And all of the glass, all the doors collapse into these dispersed cores. And so very much when everything's open, it's like you're just living outside. Inside is outside. They literally cook one meal or sometimes 2 meals a day outside. There's an outdoor dining, outdoor kitchen under a fully shaded canopy that creates a space. It's usually dinner time. They're looking at that reverse sunset. On the west is the master bedroom. They wake up more slowly. They kind of look at a reverse sunrise on a ridge that frames this hidden valley, and they wake up more slowly, more softly. They can also sit out there in the evening and have a fire. There's a middle space that's outdoor also that is a wine fire space. I enjoy doing work that is always pushing something different because of the site, because of the people, the program, or the place, and doing work that is resonant.